Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 8th through the 14th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Was that a bird or a squirrel jumping on the... Hold on, let me see. What are you looking at, baby girl? It's not inside. Or maybe it is. No, it's not. I don't know. I'll have to go check after the video. I don't see anything. I see them resuming activity. Anyways, let's see what's up for you. The overall energy for the reading, the Judgment card. Maybe decision time is up for you. Maybe you need to decide something. Ooh, okay. In the recent past, the Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Okay, there's a soul connection here. Your energy is all up in there. You're super, super involved there. Very happy there. Something is going on in a good sense there. Now, in the current situation, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords. You got love and you got pain. And there's you in the middle, trying to figure something out. But those are the energies you're dealing with. On one side there's love, on one side there's pain. Okay. In the immediate future, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Fool. Ooh, you're super nervous about something here. Like your energy is open in a particular direction. It's like, oh my God, I'm super excited. I can't wait. But man, you're so stressed out about it before you actually jump into whatever this is. Okay, let's clarify. Let's do the Judgment card. For the Judgment, you get the Page of Wands, the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like you have made up your mind about something, and it's looking favorable. It's looking like you're jumping into something. Not jumping in, because I don't think it's a new thing. I think it's already in place. It's like, okay, well, do I proceed or do I remove myself from this? I don't think you're removing yourself. I think you're proceeding here. Because the energies are lined up for you kind of proceeding in a particular situation. Okay. Let me do the Knight of Swords in the recent past. The Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Okay, so things were going great here until they didn't, and when they didn't, you removed yourself. You're like, okay, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. I'm moving on. Here I go again on my own journey. But anyways, is that journey? I don't fucking know. But anyways, let's do the Six of Cups. The Seven of Swords, the Hermit, the Two of Pentacles. It's easy when you put it like that. Like, okay, it didn't work out, I'm going to move on, right? That's kind of probably how it was perceived from the outside. But when it comes down to it, it's not that easy. It gets a little more complicated. Like, hold on, it's not that easy. It's a little hard here to do just that. In theory, yeah, that's what we're going to do here. But like, hold on. Hold on. Let's do the Nine of Cups. The Five of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Ten of Cups. You just didn't see eye to eye. Especially when it came to the... maybe the vision of where this would go, or of where this would lead, of how this would function through energies of love and so on and so forth. There's quite the discrepancy there. There's quite the challenge when it comes to, hey, where do you view this in 10 years versus where they viewed that in 10 years. And it just got very complicated. Let's just put it that way. Let me see the Ace of Cups in the current situation. Ooh, you water signs are so cryptic these days. You're like, ooh, secret. Not secret, but like, yeah, that's the energy. But like, there's so many things that are going on underneath the surface. I'm like, I know you're water signs. You always do that to me. But like, why do you have to be even more cryptic than usual? For the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Moon, the Ace of Cups again. See, because you're showing me something to the surface, which is love. And then you're diving, and then you're coming back up for air, and then you're showing me, you're not telling me, hey, what happened down there? You're not telling me that. You're just coming up to the surface under the same energy that you left from, and that's it. What happens under the water stays under the water. It's like, dude, but it's hard shit from what you're telling me here. It's like, the things I've seen down there, you don't want to know. Yes, I do. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm here. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm thinking through this because you are in a state of kind of going within. So I'm thinking that you are digging deep within yourself for some sort of answers, and you're not really liking what you're finding there through some parts of yourself. And it's like, I think it's opening up other layers of healing for you that you didn't plan on going for. And it's like, oh shit. So it's kind of like a very intimate, personal process there. That's why you're kind of keeping it to yourself, because you don't even know what the fuck happened there. You're just seeing some things, and it's just that door that's been opened to you to access those deeper layers of yourself, and some parts of those energies you're finding there. You're like, okay, these need work. For the Four of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Fool, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Swords. Okay, I feel like whatever, because with love showing up on one side and pain showing up on the other, it's almost like you're in the middle there trying to make a decision about something. And you're telling me, I think I know what I need to do. But for some reason, you're not implementing that right now. You're telling me that you're going to do it, but not right now, like a little later. But it's not planned for later. It's a little later because you're so much in your head about it. So from an energetic standpoint, you know exactly what needs to be done. When you try to kind of bring it into the physical world, it gets very complicated very fast. And that doesn't allow you to actually implement the decision that you've made. For the Three of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands. Again, I see whatever decision this is as being favorable. Not favorable, but I think it's going in the direction of, hey, I'm at least going to try. You know, despite the challenges, despite the pain, despite the heaviness of this, I'm at least going to try something. Okay. Let me do the Nine of Swords in the immediate future. The Sun, the Hangman, the Devil. It shouldn't be so complicated. That's my only deal here. Why does it always look so complicated? Whatever this is that you're invested in, it always has a tail end of complicated. Super, super complicated. And I'm like, it shouldn't be complicated. The energies should flow easily if there's something healthy at play. But given that the Devil is here, that signals a little unhealthy. Something is unhealthy about whatever this is, and you're feeling it because it's stressing you out. Like you're not feeling 100% in your element, 100% clear about stuff. And while your energy shows up as clear, when you're bound to put it into practice, that's when things get super complicated. And I'm like, it shouldn't be that complicated. Unless, one, you're making it complicated, or the situation you're dealing with is so freaking a mess that it just makes everything look complicated. Eight of Swords, you get the High Priestess, the King of Pentacles, the Justice card. Again, you're very clear in your energy. and the situation looks a mess. And that's why you're coming through as always. You're almost looking always stressed when you're in this situation. And if you think that's good, good. But it's not. I'm going to tell you it's not. What the hell are these birds doing? Or squirrels? Oh. They're scratching the windows. Wow. Okay. They're pulling they're getting on the windows and they're doing that like the cats are doing on the windows of the house. Oh, fucking hell. But anyways. For the Fool, you get the Magician, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Swords. I say you really take some time. I think the situation, you didn't go underwater for nothing. This whole experience sent you there. And whatever is revealed in there that for now you're kind of like freaked out about is because that's the purpose of the situation. To kind of look into yourself. And there will be some things that you're not going to like when you look in there. But that's the purpose of something like this. So complicated. So that it forces you to face yourself. To kind of come back to yourself here. And while you are trying to decide over the situation, what's going to be happening, what are you going to do in regards to the situation, this kept on pointing you to go under the water there. And stay there and don't come out until there's healing. So no, what you're doing is coming back to the surface and being like, hold on, I need to make a decision here in regards to this connection, whatever this is. And then you do that, and as you do that, things get more and more complicated, and then you end back in the same place. In the place of, I need to sit with it for a little bit, I need space from it, I need to just really, really, really think this through. And that is the opportunity. That is the part in which this is forcing you to look into yourself, to go under the water. You know, no matter what happens there, no matter what you're seeing. That's your ticket to your healing. That this experience is trying to point out to you. You know, it's not about, oh, I should make up my mind about what I'm going to do with this connection. No. That comes after. It's going to come naturally. You already know what you have to do. You just got to allow that without the complications from the outside. But in order for you to be removed from those complications and not give a shit and just align with how you're feeling and what you're wanting to do here, you need to go underwater a little bit there and work with yourself for a little bit. You know? Because all of this, you're not coming up with a decision because there's some things within you that need healing, that need transmuting so that you can come out more clear. But first you got to attend to you. Not to the deciding on this situation. Then you'll do that afterwards. From the universe for you as a final advice, the King of Swords, the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles. You even probably criticize yourself sometimes. What the hell is wrong with me? I know exactly what needs to be done here. Why the hell is it not happening? Because it's not about that. The point to this experience, as of right now, is for you to look into yourself, to clear some of that energy that's being brought to the surface for you, but you keep on pushing it under the water there and not looking into it, like stay there under the water. No, this is trying to force some healing out in the open for you, and you keep on diverting from it to, oh, I need to make up my mind about something else or someone else. Hummingbird. So this is about you, not about... As much as you may think that this is about you deciding about this connection, it's not. It's about you and your healing. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.